Hello, welcome once again. I say that like it happens all the time. It's been 2 months. This is Becker Wozat, and he is finally here, back in the Zero map, to finally play some Zero. 2 long months in this padded cell. That's not the half of it. That's the all of it. What can I say? It's been a wild and crazy journey, and we're at 1.21.8, and we've been away from it so long that it's approaching 1.21.9 already. I don't know what to say there, as I wished we'd had more episodes with 121.8, but we were so busy with Lord of the Rings, LOTR I should say, Middle Earth mod, and we were so busy with preparing the newly found episodes of the early days, because I found them, and there was a story there, and I should probably tell that story, but it's going to have to wait because we got so much lined up today. I can't do everything that I want to do today. It would take me 8, maybe 12 hours, and I don't have 12 hours. I'd drop dead if I did that, even with taking breaks. Well, we're here now, and that's what matters. And we're here now, and I keep looking at the Streamlabs. The Streamlabs OBS. I keep looking at OBS. Maybe I could just play the game with OBS in the window. Just play it like that, not have to bother with the main window. All right. Press F5. There we go. Today's episode 0, episode 165, titled "Craziness Intensifies." Okay, there are the 4 things. All the other things, I haven't changed them. We've still need deep slate tweaks. Although, maybe I don't need it so much. Inventorio, still want that back. It's always a few versions behind. The Fortune Hoe. Well, I've got the Fortune Hoe. Ha ha ha. Increase. So, that's just there to remind me, really. And the mapping episode coming soon. At least I think it is. These haven't changed at all. These things are still to be done. School restoration. Well, it looks like we're not going to get the school restored in time for the school year to start, but that's not important. Maybe it's important, but we'll work on it a little more. More temp-based construction. Well, we're pretty much done here. We just got to do the base stuff in the middle, and we need a huge building for all the items we're storing, but we don't know what we're going to do there. That's going to be an episode by itself, probably. All right, here we go. Rumored horse. Okay. There is a horse, I am told. I have found out I received a piece of mail. I don't have the piece of mail with me. I think I threw it out. I don't know what happened. I think I threw out the mail. I usually keep the mail, but somebody said something about there's mystical, magical horse that lives in the nearby forest. Now, if you've ever been here, you'll notice that there's no forest near this base, so I must assume they're referring to some trees I have not yet cut down. It's a little forest. I think I was going to cut it down. Maybe I was going to leave some trees up. I don't remember. So that's what we've got, is the rumored horse. Why would I want to... I've already got 8 horses, but we got to investigate. And I happen to know for a fact that the bridge has a horse on it. But that's not the horse, because it's not the one they're telling me about. The bridge horse, I'm going to explain why. We'll look why. We'll look why, and I'll show you why. Look out there. Horses, cows, chickens, pigs, eggs. Everything here is insane. Every time, and here's a horse. Here's just this another horse, just like that. Another horse. So we gotta add another horse to this mess. All right, get another saddle, and get another frickin' saddle and another. Look, I got three saddles on me because I'm gonna need 3 saddles. Horse. Why? Why are they just all over in the water? And the answer is they've been falling out of the sky. Every time I go and I find some old chunks or new chunks, it's usually old chunks. It's all there. Here's your frickin' here's your frickin' more animals falling out of the sky. I've heard stories of it used to rain fish. Fish! Okay. Well, this is horse number 9. Wait, these are all diamond horse armor, and that one is not. Well, it's the new guy. The new guy doesn't have that. There's stuff going on here. I don't even know what's going on. It's insane. It's just totally insane. I don't know what's going on or why anything is going on. The sky looks weird. The curvature of the earth has changed. What kind of curvature of the earth is this? Look at all that. Why is the curvature of the earth so... There's the school. You can at least see it a little better. Stuff like that. What the hell is that? Is that some kind of chunk error? Can't see it when you zoom in on it. There's stuff I don't know what the hell we're dealing with. It's all over the place. I'm going to find out more about this. Okay, although we're at 121.8 and we're not on 1.22 or whatever it's going to be when it actually happens, we have an end update. What is the end update? We'll show you that later. Then we've got strange things happening, probably. Well, I'd like for them not to happen because they're strange. And then finally travel. We're probably going to go exploring in this crazy world if we can. Well, I'm all ready to go. Got my stuff ready. Got my stuff ready. I'm taking some shulker boxes because we've got some stuff to do. But strangely, I'm not taking a horse because we're going to go and get a horse. That would make the most sense, would it not? Haven't worked on that area in a while. That area going down, I'm still planning on it. Okay. You can see the curvature of the earth is very interesting. It takes a while to get going. I wanted this to be set at 2.1, but I think I could only get 2.0, and then after that there was 3.0. Alright, here we go. Here's the other horse. Hello, horse. It's got a good speed, I think. Good speed, that's all we really need sometimes. Hello, cow. I'm not going to ride you. Yeah, that's a question. How come we could ride pigs, but we can't ride cows? I can understand not wanting to ride a bull. Oh, it must be done? Oh, no, it's still going. Just not moving. Moving. Yeah, more animals. Everywhere I go, whenever the chunk loads, more animals fall into it. Well, it stopped, thankfully. This one's taking its time. Used to be able to see hearts. Yeah, moo. Mm. Ugh. I've never seen a horse take so long. Button presses do nothing. Maybe the horse is glitched out. That would make it even worse. I had no problem with that horse that was over there. That looks so weird from this angle. I haven't even finished that area. That horse is completely annoying. But we have a mission. And without a horse, we're going to have to just go this way and search for the horse. We could do that. I'm going to have to come back, though, and try and get the horse later on. And if not, then I have to kill it. The hell, is that an orange sheep? I think I dyed that sheep orange some months, maybe even a year ago. Alright, time to sleep. Basically what I'm going to do is, I'm not done with this area, but I want to clear out as much stuff here as I can. But I want to find the horse first. There's a horse around here. It's hopefully better than the last horse. Here's the forest. Start looking. I haven't lit up either. We need to light it up. It's the strangest thing. They tell us that there's a thing called a forest horse. Now, I know that horses can sometimes be in the forest, but, yeah. Well, there's a horse, but that's just a skeleton horse. Can't ride that back, so there's no point in trying to collect it. The reason why I want to have a horse, I like that the leaves fall, and we would have had leaf decay, except we don't have leaf decay. Well, there's nothing on this side. Let's try this side. Have some torches already. Here's the part of the forest we don't talk about. Is it spreading? A lot of chickens around here. It's very dark. I keep seeing these little green blobs on the screen, and I keep thinking, what is that down there? Oh, it's some clay. I keep thinking I see something out of the corner of my eye, which is weird. I don't even know where... Oh, it's just so amazing how I've gone too far into this forest. I really need to cut more of it down. Oh, that's bad. I really shouldn't be taking these people literally when they send me messages. It's obviously some kind of terrible spam that there are some strange horses. Yeah, this forest isn't as tiny as I thought. That's why I wanted to clear it out. I can always replant it, you know. It's not like we have to have... It's not like we have to have a fort. What the? Oh, there it is. Wait. Wait. What the hell? It's a tiny horse. Look at this. What? How can we have a tiny horse? Hello there, Bakar. Ooh. Well, who are you? I'm a horse. What the hell? Oh, great. The horse is on half a heart. And I've fallen down this cliff. Ah. I gotta get you out of the way. Can I ride you? Is it safe to ride a horse that's so small? Oh, okay, but you gotta get me out of here. Oh, okay. Well, this horse definitely seems to know what it's doing. Like, it's not letting me ride it, for one thing. You're gonna take more damage if you keep this up. Well, we've got one. I can ride a horse. I can ride this horse. Specifically. How can I ride this horse? It's a tiny horse. It's a tiny horse, and boy, that does not look appropriate. What? No! No, we can't put that on camera. What are you, crazy? You have to be crazy. It's crazy, right? It's just completely crazy. Well, there's our screenshot for the day. And here's our inappropriate screenshot for the day. I don't know what to say. This is a quarter horse. It's not a full horse. It's a quarter horse. Well, we got to get it into a safe place here, and that's what this is for. You stay in there, and I hope you get better. Oh man! And there's another sheep. Well, we're just adding to the junk at this point, so let's I was like, if the horse is male, I have a name tag Larry. And if the horse is female, I was gonna go back and get another name tag. But this horse is definitely male, as you could see. So it's time to name the horse Larry. Larry is, of course, short for laryngitis. That's what you've got when you're a little horse. All right, enough of that silliness. We gotta pack everything up. No, that's not how you pack things up. All right, you are not welcome anymore. There's too many animals falling out of the sky, and there's too many eggs. And I got some crazy cockamamie forest horse that stunted its growth, and I don't know whether it's got some kind of magical powers. It magically survived, and it's healing now, but I don't know what that means. Let's get this stuff on the road, shall we? Go away. Go away, everyone and everything. There's still more eggs just floating around. Alright, here we go. No. Yes. I don't have anywhere to put this shit. Okay, we're working on it. Yeah, we got another new mod. Got another new mod that puts stuff on there sometimes when it's only that item. That's how she go. It hasn't been very consistent, but it is working. Sometimes it's kind of weird to see something like that. It's just a bunch of stuff. We need to sort all that out later. We'll sort it all out later. Off camera, I imagine. I got a lot to deal with. Another bed. Where'd that go? Where'd it go? What, did I drop him? Where? Kermit. I don't know where that came from, but I've had that for a while. Or here's the logs, which I stupidly threw in there. Alright, so these are empty. These are empty. It's not empty. I'm running out of space. I'm not gonna be able to take it all home in one go, which of course is perfectly fine. Also, there are now more sticks that I can shake a stick at because I think you know the reason why. Oh, there's even more. Acacia logs. Alright, so we can take all these anyway. Although we're going to leave them here because we might need them later. We might not. We're pretty much done with the... Oh, another one. Where'd you come from? What was that head he was carrying? I can never remember. It's a zombie horse head. Yeah, wouldn't surprise me. I was expecting a zombie horse or a skeleton horse, but when I saw the skeleton horse, I'm like, no, there wouldn't be a skeleton horse. Was not. These things are more common in these parts. A tiny horse named Larry. That's different. That's just so different. I don't know what we're gonna do here. Well, I know what we are doing here. We gotta put all this stuff away. And I ran out of shulker boxes. I have to go back and get more shulker boxes. There is something so unbelievably rude about this. The only quarter horse in the world. I gotta figure you out. Well, I got more shulker boxes, so that's not a problem. But it's supposed to be part of my emergency supply of shulker boxes. Maybe we could get an enormous horse and try to defeat Troy. You gonna be okay? No, seriously, are you gonna be okay? It's kind of lonely here. It's a tiny old horse. Alright. I have no idea what's going on. There's just all sorts of crazy things. I can't figure them out. I don't know where we are. Maybe something in there I don't know about. Maybe I should stop over here and have some lunch. Maybe that would be a good idea. What would Pac-Man say? Pac-Man is always smiling when he's in these kind of pictures. I mean, it's a map of an unknown land, and maybe there is an unknown land in Zero World. Maybe. I don't know. You know what I need? I need somewhere to put this stuff. Okay, we've only got 6 of these. We need more. Start putting them on the walls, I guess. Gotta sort through all this stuff later on. And it's gotta be frickin' off camera, which upsets me. Because of course it does. And I gotta pick up... Oh yeah, here's another thing I could show you. Let's see, we have 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, we won't need any more than 6 of them. We'll go back and do this again. And I'm gonna try and get the... Well, let me show you this. See this? This says Shulker Box. Why does it say Shulker Box? Because the mod stupidly picks up on the fact that this one has text. But I can't turn off the text, so it's one of those things. We gotta get that other horse. We got a little more time to get it. I mean... Oh, I did that again, didn't I? And I did that. No, we got more of those. We got more of those downtown. Or uptown, whatever. Down, up, whatever. I gotta see why I'm not being able to pick up that other horse. That's a problem. It was taking too long. Yeah, something magical happening in this world. I mean, everything... The world's curvature has gone negative, and it's become very obvious. Those guys are still happily existing in their little places. I was thinking of exploring in that direction. Or maybe I could finally look and see what the hell that is. I haven't been there. And more horses down there. Yeah, we got horses all over the place. We got more horses than we'll ever need. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of... Uh-oh, this guy's trouble. This horse is trouble. I don't have a name tag for you right now. I think it's a female. It certainly is being very stubborn about, but that doesn't mean that it's female because it's stubborn. That would be a sexist thing. Plenty of stubborn males. And I don't know what the hell this cow is doing. Well, if I have to stay on this horse longer than any... I'm getting laryngitis myself. Yeah, have a drink. That'll help. Strange horse. What? You are annoying. Well, he was annoying. What do you expect? You're annoying too, really. Look, the thing is, I have to get you off the bridge regardless of whether... regardless of whether you'll let me... Regardless of whether you'll let me ride you, I have to get you off the bridge. This is the only bridge to my base. The only bridge out of town. And as such... Is there a value in the NBT here that says how long it takes for the horse to accept It's like, or is it just glitched out because maybe it's not recognizing the horse? I'm going to call you Donkey Horse. Reference to Donkey Kong, except... Yeah, I'll call this horse Donkey Kong. I haven't named all the horses. I don't have enough name tags. I've only got like 6 more name tags that don't have a name already on them. Just let go, I guess. Just let go and just enjoy the wonderful atmosphere of this place. Big old frickin' square. The hell is it? What are all those lines? I think it's a render. I think those are render glitches. I hope they fix it. You know, I'm using the Bliss. I'm using the Bliss. Can I just change it to complimentary? Maybe complimentary would be better. But then I'd have a serious lag. Not lag. I get a lot of grinding noises coming from my my GPU. All those animals. It's like that cow is teaching swimming lessons to the pigs. Maybe they're practicing for a Bubsy Berkeley musical. Is it Bubsy or Busby? Wow, this horse is impossible. It's impossible. It just won't let me ride it. What's so great about this horse anyway? Jump height, speed. It's got some pretty good speed. Never seen anything like that in all my days. Some of my nights, but just not all my days. And somebody asking, are you going to build that brick wall over on this side? Yeah, I probably will. I haven't decided to build anything there yet. That area is completely spaced out, man. We got that. We still got to clear all that. We haven't finished clearing all that out. If we want to build any kind of sporting arena or something in the back for the school, then that school got to have that space. I'm going to clear all that out. What was that? Oh, that's what that is. We got a wall over there, and I don't even remember why we built a wall there. I just built a wall there. Yeah, some of these things in places belong to... We got to put up some canals in a few places. We got some wintry wonderland over there. I'm not sure what we can't see it from here. Oh, you knocked me off. Thanks. Knocked me off and I end up there. That made no sense. Never seen such a stubborn horse in my whole life. My whole frickin' life. It's like 10 minutes of just trying to get the horse to listen to me. Are you supposed to be more receptive when I give you an apple or something? I've got apples. Well, they're bananas, but well, if you're Donkey Kong, if you're being the stubborn gorilla that you are, and you are Donkey Kong, I'm going to give you some bananas. I'm horseless today. This is a horse episode. It's all about horses. This is a magnificent thoroughfare that goes down some steps. I love it. Unfortunately, it's not... we're not getting the kind of traffic we were hoping to get, really. Alright, what we need is... I don't know. Apples. We need Mr. Apples. Apples. All these... I keep thinking I'm seeing things. Well, we don't have apples anymore. We have bananos. And we've got steak for some stupid reason. Oh, yeah, we got... we're going to show you about the end update later. Next. Just something going on here. Like it's almost like there's something happening just beyond the edge of my view, as if somebody from a parallel universe is trying to contact me and say, beware, beware, beware this episode, beware this live stream. Getting a lot of golems in this area because of the because of all the villagers pent up in there and in there. You know, but what can I do about that? This isn't the iron farm. We don't have an iron farm. I know where I know where we could try and make an iron farm, but we have to look and see if it's a good place. This place is crazy. And I am crazy for thinking that it was a good thing to do an episode of Zero at this point in my life. Alright, you. I don't know what's with you, but here. Is that it? One more? Yes? Okay. Synchronized pigs swimming. And that seems to have spontaneously generated near the Mushroom Islands. I gotta find out what's with that place. Why is it brown? You can't just ask someone why they're brown. Well, we got a lot of green. We can have green, but we can't have brown? I don't know. Maybe I'm supposed to give it apples or bananas while I'm on the horse? Nope. It won't let me. What else? What else? What else? Okay, this direction, I thought I'd be able to see some of the places I've been. What is that purple area? Can't look at it. That area there that's purple, I don't know what that is. I thought I'd be able to see my remote base from here. I could give you more apples, bananas, whatever. It's a very hungry horse. Just gonna get poop all over this place. This is a clean bridge. It hasn't rained in a while. If it rained more often, it might be a cleaner bridge. But that's not really the point. I'd have more success with that horse over there. I'm trying to be nice to you. I'm trying to help you. But this is not a no-kill shelter, you know. If you're not in the shelter, you're not going... You've got to take your chances with whatever happens in this place. I cannot believe this. I've never seen a horse so stubborn in my whole life. Gotta be glitched out or something. Is that a mushroom island there? Maybe that's a boat. I wanted to take a screenshot that looked like that. Come on! Well, I suppose I could attach a lead to it. This is not meant to be a no-kill shelter. It's a shelter, yes, and we don't kill the animals usually that we have in our shelter, but you are an exception. You are not in my shelter. You are not welcome on this bridge. These guys aren't even welcome in the water, and I've been killing some of them, mostly the chickens, because they're chickens. I cannot believe that horse is so frickin' stubborn. I gave it 10 bananas. It's gonna poop all over the place now. Nothing we could do about... What is that? Why is it lit up? Maybe it's just the sunlight came through funny. Or maybe I put... Oh, and you could see the lighting in there. Yeah, that's bad. I didn't know you were going to be able to see the lighting in there. That is weird. I should probably put some dirt in there or something. Oh, that's the underground zombie. Okay. Are there any more? The shulker box, which is labeled shulker box, and they did a very poor job of that. I don't think we needed that. Might as well put the bananas away in there. Ain't gonna help me no more. Not sure about the saplings either. We might have to use those for fuel. Then what? Well, then we'll be out of fuel. Okay. I'm streaming at a rather weird time, and there's a reason for that. Why is there a skeleton up there? He's got a skeleton horse head. Because of course he does. And he got damaged somehow. And here's that wall again. I swear I know why I put a wall here, but... Or rather, I swear I thought I knew why I put a wall here. I don't know why I put a wall here. Ah, another one just fell out of the sky. Did you see that? Just fell right out of the sky. Another one over there. If I had a horse, I could investigate this. Is there any more horses like you in here? No, but there's a bunch of junk. Well, this is... It's going to take me all day to sort all this mess out, really. It's weird, I just want to look at this stuff. Look, crossbows on this one. Cocoa plant. Looks like a sword over there. That glitch or whatever it is, or maybe it's a cleft in the world. Looks like a big giant sword or something. What What else can we put in there? Banner? Oh, look, the banner sticks out. Azure blew it. Okay. Look at the head. Help, I'm trapped in here. Oh, well, never mind that. Let's put all the junk in there. It should go in there. Watermelon? We got a lot of other heads and things. What was this name tag again? Kermit? Wait, why did I... I want my sticks back. Where did I put my sticks? Oh man, I don't have enough. I don't have enough room for everything. I don't have enough room for everything. Da, 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 da. Well, let's put away what we can, I guess. It's hopeless. I'm gonna have to temporarily store everything in here. Have to come back for it. No. No. I can take it all back. I can take it all back. I don't know what I'm thinking here. Got mental block going on right now. Yeah, these cows have a reflection in the water. How is that possible? The water is way back there. How do you have a reflection in the water? The cows don't know. The cows are idiots. We're going to try and do that horse one more time. I mean, oh wait, that sounded wrong. We got to try and tame that horse one more time without bananas. Try and tame that horse one more time without bananas. That's all there is to it. What is with that place? I got to investigate that. But it can't be this episode. I'm so busy with everything else. All right, you. We're going to work this out. We're going to figure this mess out. You hear me? I can take a drink right now. I need a drink. If I become successful back in 2014 like I'd originally planned, doing YouTube videos, I'd have enough money that I'd had lots of Amontillado or something, or other kind of sherry drink, or maybe I could just have, I don't know, some other kind of alcohol. I'd have been doing drunk streams. It would have been a lot of fun. This is just waiting here on the horse. All right, you know what? Forget you. I've been patient with you. I fed you 10 bananas. That will come back to haunt me. I'm sure. I'm sure it will come back to haunt me. Totally sure that it will come back to haunt me. Well, we're going to go into the end and we're going to showcase what's going on in the end. We've got to. There's an end update. And we gotta showcase the end update. I keep wanting to keep going this way. If I'm not careful, I keep going this way. I have to go this way. Well, I'm sorry, you other horses, but the new horse, we can't have the new horse. We got 9 here. There's more horses we could get, though. And we got the tiny horse named Larry. Hello. I don't think I'm forgetting. You know, maybe if I fed it some of the bananas, maybe it would get bigger. Let's try that. Let's try that. Give it some bananas. You want some bananas? Want some bananas? It's not taking the bananas. Oh well. Crazy old life. Well, now we gotta go to the end. Fortunately, we're not gonna be there for too long, but we got stuff we gotta does. Gotta drop off more shulker boxes. And we gotta sort many of these boxes out. Why that one says shulker box is kind of silly. And we still got a bunch of stuff we gotta sort out. And I don't have anywhere to put it. So I guess I can't use these? I don't know. And somehow some of my torches have diminished. I planted a bunch of them earlier. Up here it's torches. Bloop. Alright, time to go to the end. Oh, we had a prisoner in here. But he vanished one day. And then he came back, and I don't... Wait, what? Where am I? Have I escaped? Wait, what? This is not what Morgus normally looks like. What? I don't know where you are. Alright, something's going on here. It's like... Maybe the map room will tell me something. Maybe this map room has something in it or just something. There's the school. Nothing changed there. Here's one of my starter bases from an earlier version of the map. It's still there. The map is still there. The place is still there. I don't think it's changed. I don't think I've done anything. I'm going to clear more of this area and I'm going to do some more stuff. But it's not priority. Here's my map as everything is right now. This is pretty accurate, I think. Maybe there's a bit more over there or something. I'm going to build something there eventually. That is my main base and it's nowhere near finished. I haven't even dug the rest of the place out. That's a future project. Won't be too long now. This is my old Wazcast map. It's got... Oh yeah, those are pens. Pens for cows and stuff. Yeah, I remember that. That was a long time ago. I don't think there's even any of them there anymore. There's that. That's one of the last things I built was that building, which was meant to be while I was working on this area. But my objective is to flatten this entire area out. And that is another episode. We're going to do that. I almost did an episode of this about a month ago. And I thought, no, we can't do that because we got something else we got to do. Here's the world map. And I believe the world map no longer is very accurate in this area and maybe in this area. I'm going to have to look at it. The map that was here has been torn down because we changed the end. The end no longer looks like that. And so we... and there's an upstairs map. Of course there is. The upstairs map is the new base, which I haven't messed with yet. You know, they should have made some... They should have made this some kind... It would have made sense to have a bubble elevator where you could go up or down. You just jump to go up and crouch to go down. Don't have to do this. And then run the risk of taking damage on magma blocks. Alright, that was useless. Let's go to the end. Well, it looks different. But is that bad? I'm using a 64x texture pack in addition to the one I usually use, but I've upgraded all the other textures to 64x. But that shouldn't be a problem. Let's go. Welcome to the new end. We've already shown you this place, but you'll see that the about the LODs. You'll remember that when we first went out there, the LODs were just part of them, but now you can see that the LODs look proper. That they're and that's because we've. I'll show you what I did. Options. Okay, this was the trick. Advanced options, world generator, distance generator mode. It's normally set to features. The reason why it is set to features is, and when it does that, it takes it from what it expects the world generation to be rather than what it actually is. Because what it actually is might be a chunk or something. So what you do is you set this to full save chunks. And if you have it set to full save chunks and it checks the chunks, it checks the chunks. And if it checks the chunks, it finds the chunks, and that's how it generated this properly, finally. Okay. We had carry-on. We had the carry-on mod, so we could move the portal thingies, the gateways. We could move the gateways now. And I'm so happy. But then I got killed during when the hell did I get killed? I got killed when I was doing something in the overworld. And then it said, and then it crashed. And it said portals, not portals, carry-on. It said carry-on was to blame, and I was like, oh no. And it turns out this is a bug. This is a carry-on bug. It's something, so it doesn't work anymore. Carry-on can just go fuck itself, really. Just completely. I mean, after all, I managed to use it, though, to move the gateways and also some bedrock. You know, the gateways have bedrock, and there's bedrock on some of the other things. Oh, I hadn't thought of that. Yeah, where is that? Where are you? I should just constantly take a... Here we are. These, I did not get rid of the bedrock yet. I could get rid of the bedrock, but I haven't done so yet. And now I can't because carry-on's all busted again. And yeah, again, I don't have the cart with me. Here is the map. Here is the current map of the crazy end island, and there you will find some bedrock. But this has been we used to have an end gateway right here, and we've removed it. Now let's just go back the way we were. Well, we're taking more time than I was expecting. Let's get going. Alright, first we're going to go down here. Okay, this is the area. I'll explain that area. This is the area. This is at y equals 1. This is the bottom of the world, and we can look through the bottom of the world. in case we could see something, but all we can really see are the reflection of my sword. Definitely the reflection of my sword and nothing else. Player reflection? Yep. Alright, well, why are we here? Well, we're down here because I'm just saying this area is always being increased, but I've now increased it to the limit as to how far we could go out. Because we're going to build walls around this thing. But I've used up all my glass, and so we can make more glass. We got plenty of glass we can make. But the problem is now we need to figure out how we're going to build up the walls and what they're going to be. Are we going to have glass windows so we could look out the windows from down here? This is a weird place to have an observation platform because we're at the bottom of the world. The world has negative curvature and it goes up. And because it goes up, we're not going to see much down here except that thing which we'll get to. That is our impressive achievement. For the last 2 months, that is one of the big things we accomplished. You can see pictures of it on the mental block Discord. I keep wanting to say the Zero Discord, but there is no Zero Discord. Where are we? Is this the right place? No, this is it. This is the right place. It's lit. We don't have everything set up yet so we can travel everywhere because we've only got a couple of these. Okay, storage area. We got more area. We've cleared out the whole area for the storage. That's it. It's a huge area, but we haven't cleared it all out. I mean, we've cleared all of it out, but yeah, I don't know what we're going to do here. We've only got end stone at the moment, and we're using the end stone, and that's what it's there for. We moved our stuff that we had to these. Got some shulker boxes. I'm going to keep these here because we might need them, so we'll just keep them here. And we got one with obsidian. Really? 666 obsidian? How? This is a bad omen right there. Well, we need more end stone, so we should probably take some upstairs, but we're not going to work upstairs right now. No, what we've got is we've got the end gateways have been moved, and here's the first one. Bloop. And then it takes me here. We can go further out now. Bloop. Into this area that we've been in before. I should clear these. I don't think we need these. We've built some bridges, but we haven't done anything with these bridges, you know. It's a small bit. It looks kind of cubical. I want to make it look like a cube. It's not going to be a cube. Let's see, how tall? Let's see, 224 wide, I think. And I think that's like 192 tall. So it's not a cube. But it could have been. There's going to be detritus off the edge of it anyway. Yeah, so I've done this. This looks impressive, but there's nothing at the end of it. I've done a little bit more exploring. You go up the stairs, you go up the ladder, and then you walk around up there. But I was watching Pink Floyd The Wall when I was doing that. Those strange little red splotches that you see once in a while. What are they? Why are they there? Okay, now to the... This is north. This is a dead end. They're all dead ends, but this dead end is special dead end because you're going to fall off to your death. That's what a dead end really is about. Oh, and I had to make a new sword. This is not the sword I was using. I don't know what happened to it. I must have dropped it or lost it somehow. I looked everywhere for it. I thought maybe I put it in a chest somewhere, or it's in a shulker box, and I looked and looked and looked, and there's no reason why it just gone from inventory. Where was it? This is the other one. This one didn't have any problems. This one, well, there's the trapdoor to the space underneath it. I don't know why we did that, and I'm probably going to block that off if I don't use it for something. This one goes on a bit longer, and it has... I think we're going to have to put a railway here or something, or maybe if I get more end gateways. If I get more end gateways, maybe I could put something in here. But that would mean... no, it wouldn't mean it necessarily. Okay, this goes this way. There's another dead end. You can see it there. I was going to go through to that area, because that area is a little interesting. But I haven't had time. Most of the time was spent building these damn bridges. And a bridge on top of another bridge. To get to that bridge, you got to go down here. And yeah, it's going to be something through there, perhaps. We might have something through there. That's not safe. And this goes this way. Where does this go? Another dead end. Or death. A death end. Am I going to build anything in these things? No idea. Maybe not. I like the idea of having a bridge on top of another bridge, though. That's very Department of Transportation kind of thing. Well, we got the crazy things. And, of course, since we've removed the bedrock and the end gateway there, then there's no point in that even being there. We might tear that down. On the other hand, it makes a nice little observation platform to spy on my end base, which we'll head back to there now. Whoa! This is the Ender, and it's right here. And there they are. That, if you've seen, I think we did an LOTR episode. I love the looks of that from here. If you've seen the LOTR episode, you know what that is. That is a paper farm and therefore a book farm. You can go down and visit it here. This is nice. We have this little place, and Enderman can't spawn here because we've got stairs. And that doesn't seem right. They should be able to spawn on stairs. But no, I like this. This isn't important. How much we got now? Oh, we got a bunch of it. In this, in the LOTR map, we have 3 rows, but here, and get some of them just don't go in the hoppers. So the 3 rows. This one has 4 rows. We also have a space over here where we could walk over to this end. If we want to have a small observation platform to look at our base, we can't have it here. We don't have it here. But this goes in here just in case something happens and Endermen show up in there and we have to kill them. The trick was lighting, so we put lighting. It's because we have lighting that we don't have to worry about that anymore. Now, this way, in the future, it may be necessary. It may be necessary that the mod will break, and then we can't make books out of just paper. We'll have to use leather. In that case, we've got to put some cows down here, and that's where the cows will go. But how are we going to get the cows here without the carry-on mod? Can I fit a cow through here with the carry-on mod is the question. And will it accept it? No idea. Alright, so we're here. I wish we could automate this. Speaking of which, we got to have one of these here. We got to have one of these here. Okay, so got some more books. Let's see, paper, bloop, sugarcane, bloop, sugar, which, as you know, if you've got the edibles mod, you know that the sugar will give you faster speed for 10 minutes. Lapis. We got some lapis. Ender pearls. Well, we had more. I don't know what happened to them. And here is all of the enchantments. All of the existing enchantments. Every last one. Well, we don't have all the enchantments. I mean, there's no thorns, for example. And there's some that we want to have lots of. We have one lousy silk touch. And what's the other one? Mending. Where's mending? Where the hell is mending? See, we have no mending books, obviously. You know, now that I think of it, we should still have some mending. We should have mending villager. Because I got mending on all my stuff. Alright, well. I used my last mending book, though, on the new sword. So that's it. That's no more mending. I have no way to get mending from this place. This doesn't give me. I gotta go back to those villagers. Why not have villagers up here? Can we put villagers in the end? I don't know. I'm afraid to do that. Could be done though. We've got room in this facility. It's a rather small facility. Now, a thing about the enchanting mods. We've got two of them. One is called Enchanting Commands, and it was being done to test out some experiments that I had, and not being used for survival purposes. But what we usually use is we have something called limitless enchantments, and the idea is that it goes up to 100. I've got one here somewhere. I've actually got an elytra. That's not even the elytra I was. Well, we'll get to that later. Diamonds, swords. I tested something somewhere that had some. No. Well, I don't remember what it was, but I was testing it. That's not it either. Oh yeah, this is it. There's 3 different protections on it. That was the test. This doesn't belong here. This doesn't belong here. It belongs under legendary artifacts. Can't use that for survival purposes, so it's a legendary artifact. Oops. Yeah. Okay, so the point is it's a buggy. Limitless enchantments is very buggy, but it's very necessary, and it is fine for survival, and I'll explain why. See, I've got it set to a maximum level of 100, but the problem is that it takes so much effort to get just to level 10. I couldn't do it. I tried in my test world, and it just went on and on and on, and it wouldn't. You need. Well, let's see. If you have books, you need 2 books for level 2, 4 books for level 3, 8, 16, 32, 64, 122. So you need 512 books for level 10 if they're level 1 enchantments. Yeah, that's just not going to happen. So getting up to level 100 is impossible. Somebody'd have to grind forever, all of the levels. And that's the other thing, is you need levels. If you're gonna add them to an item, you're gonna need one hell of a thing. Wait, why is that only efficiency 4? Alright, do I have an efficiency 5? Let's see. Well, I got efficiency 6. I'm not going to add that right now to my pick. I'm not going to go around with those right now. You know, I'll add them later. I'll add them later. In fact, I don't want to add them. I don't want to add them to my diamond stuff because I want to have netherite stuff. And that's why I haven't been bothering with everything. That's why you're not going to see me killing these things now. This isn't even sweeping edge. I don't even have sweeping edge. Wait, do I have sweeping edge? Oh no, I'm being chased down by a bunch of baubles. Sweeping edge, sweeping edge. Do I have sweeping edge? Oh, I do. I don't know what sweeping edge 4 is, but they've got sweeping edge 4. Not important. These levels aren't going to be needed right now. But anyway, that's this base. This base is it's finished, really. Unless we're going to add cows and we're going to add villagers and might as well make a whole thing of it. But I want to put the villagers somewhere else. Well, we'll work on that. We'll work on everything that has to be worked on. Any more? Yeah, there's more already. This thing is much better than the old one. I don't know why. Well, we're going back. Okay, now this is simple. This goes back to the hub. Bloop. The hub hasn't changed, except I've what have I done? Dug this area out. Don't think that's going to be very important, but we're going to have a tree farm somewhere. Don't think that's going to be that. We might put the tree farm here. I haven't finished digging this out, but we don't have time to do that. It's already an hour and 18 minutes. Are we ever going to use this again? I mean, we might. We might need the mine cart to go somewhere. Was having trouble with these pumpkins over here spawning. These are okay, but these last 3 did not. I put a light here and now it works. That's not very good. The pumpkins are necessary so you can have the carved pumpkins, not because of Halloween coming up, but because that way you can wear it. But we don't need it as long as we've got the passive Enderman mod. But again, we can't guarantee we're always going to have passive Endermen. You know, so we've got to prepare for these things. I think I finished planting all the crops. Let me double check. Yeah. And yeah, they're all done. Almost done with this place. This area was where I originally had my shulker boxes, and I've moved it. I'm using the shulker boxes for other purposes. And here's the odd man out for the end gateway. Caution one way. Bloop. And it just takes you here. And it lands you on obsidian, so you know that this is where it comes out. So we know not to break this. And there's the end portal. So we are now finished with all of that. And all we need to do is to make tree farms and farms. And we need to finish putting the wall up and the edge of the final flooring, and then we put up the walls, and then we can just work out the rest of the interior of the base. This is upsetting. While I still had carry on, I moved all the bedrock over here. Great. And I was going to build an installation here, but that's when we were going to have a larger area. We were going to be over here, and we were going to have a larger area for everything. And it didn't happen. Wait, this is wrong. It looks crooked. No, it's right. Alright, never mind. But the point is, when we finish this, this was originally going to go out a little further, because I thought we needed to, because of the spawn area. But it turns out the spawn area didn't need it. And so it just goes out far enough, and that's fine. So what that means in essence is we don't need those. I'll have to make some other kind of art installation. But now I can't because carry-on is gone. And so now it's time to head back. Whoa. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, fuck. I forgot to move the bed back. Damn it. The bed! I forgot the bed. Ah! Giant! 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 I forgot we have giants. Can I fight it? To fight from over here? taking its time to get killed, huh? Yay! Too bad they don't drop anything. Except themselves. Alright, this was a mistake. This was a serious mistake. We don't need that bed anymore. We probably don't need this anymore either. Oh, wait. I don't need any more horses, really. I got room for a couple more horses, and that's it. That's it. We're not even putting up trees here because we got to cut down these trees. And then we got to rework everything. In fact, I should have probably kept... But that's what we could do, is we could put shulker boxes here if we need to take some with us. Yeah, well, I don't know what to say. I got to walk all the way back there. Now we got to work on travel. We'll probably either travel there to see what the hell that is, or we'll travel this direction, because I think there's something in that direction. There certainly is an interesting world in just about every direction. Things look a little different. Oh, there's a bunny. I didn't even know we had bunnies in this area. Unless it fell from the sky. I should take a boat around and do that. Crazy cockamamie world. Animals in the water everywhere. Too many chickens. There's an overpopulation of chickens. I load a new chunk, or not a new chunk. I load an old chunk. And stuff just falls out of the sky. Why would it do that? Just creatures falling out of the sky all the time. I should just take a boat and go places and watch all the animals falling out of the sky. It's insane. They're falling out of the sky anyway, and I just saw 2 of them earlier fall to their death. I want some mending books. What are you doing up there? We don't need any roof guardians. If we wanted one, we'd hire Spider-Man or maybe Daredevil. Is Daredevil roofs? This is what we need when we need iron. Oh man, I'm not gonna kill these right now. Well, they're just taking up the mob cap, I guess. Alright, we're gonna go and get a boat. Oh, foolish little tiny horse. He's gone! Didn't go into the wall. He's a vanishing horse. Or did he jump over this? Oh, maybe he crawled underneath the fence gate. Astonishing. Astonishing. What happened to the horse? Get a new horse and he vanishes right away? I'm surprised more chickens haven't invented. What the hell is that? I don't know if I want to find out. Looks strangely familiar. Should I know what that is? It's got a lantern on it. Maybe I ordered a parcel and they delivered it and they didn't have a box. I don't know. We'll look at that next episode. What the hell happened to my horse? That is just ridiculous. What happened? Where am I? You had no home. You have no home bed or charged respawn anchor or was obstructed. That's a very weird way to put it. Very, very weird way to put it. Where am I? What the? What is this place? Why is this place? This looks familiar. Have I seen it before? Should I know about this place? A bed right here. Well, that's something. Front door. Gold blocks. Gold blocks and glowstone. It's like a beacon, but not really. It's like a giant torch, is what it's like. But what is it? Why is it here? What's this? That fool Becker Wozart, who has fallen for my final death trap. That would be a nice title for this episode. Final Death Trap, starring Steven Seagal. Well, not him anymore. He's been sort of canceled, unless you're Russian. I'm not Russian to find out what this place is. Why does it look familiar? Why is it a Final Death Trap? What are we looking at here? Wait a minute. I remember this. This is the old This is the old map. I built some of this. I didn't have lots and lots of chests, but well, we got food at least. Not much food. Gonna have to break some of this. What happened? I fell into a hole. And I came out here. Where is here? Why does this remind me of something? Those chests. That corridor. I remember building something that looked like that. But everything is different. I keep thinking I could just get a compactor. I don't have a compactor. I'm going to have to keep this stuff. For now, they're going to have to be kept. Alright, I got something. I've actually got something on me. It's the bread. If I need bread, well, you get killed and when you come back to life. This place is not familiar. I think these are just pillars holding up this drippy wall. No, I don't think there's no other way out. There's no secret. Look for some hidden doors or something. Any hidden doors? No. I gotta be careful where I step. What if I fall into another hole? Final death trap. I dug this out because I needed stone, I think. What the? What the bloody hell is that? I remember this. And then you go down here and there's another layer. And it was here that I had been without iron for a long time, and I found iron, and I was so happy. And this is dangerous. I shouldn't be down here. It goes to an end. And yeah, there were gravel packets. It's like in cubic chunks. You get gravel packets. They fall off. This, I think I know what this is. This is the terrain of terror. Not only is it the terrain of terror, I was stranded here for months. Scared to climb down. When now, actually, I think I could have climbed down. I'm not scared like I used to be. Scared of heights. Because I overcame that by playing cubic chunks, which had incredible heights and drops and things, and I just fell to my death. Whose final death trap? I always surmised that since I was drawn out of this world, when I managed to finally escape, I made a run for it. I found, I don't remember how this went. There was a bizarre witch farm, and I immediately knew that it was more... What is this building? It looks so weird. There's windows. This is not the building I was in. It's different. It looks taller, but that's probably not it. Whoever was here must have been building all this. I don't remember if I went that way or that way. I found the witch hut that was on ridiculous stilts, and I was being drawn mentally. I was being contacted. I woke up and wake up from your asleep. There's my asleep. It's different now. I was not happy to be stranded here. I spent lots of days, lots of nights, wondering what I was going to do, whether I was going to make it back. Can I make it back? Where am I? Nothing is making any sense. There's places and people and things, but nothing whatsoever is familiar. There's a patch there. There's a patch there. No idea. Well, this is an observation platform, obviously, if I'm not going to be on the roof. The roof was scary. Alright, is this a book? What is this? What do we got here? To my most hated enemy. It's Morgus. Unless it's that horse that I killed. You know, it could be the horse hated me a lot, and that's why, and so maybe the horse was... Congratulations in trapping me at my snowy base. You have thwarted all my future plans. But in doing so, I was able to cast a spell on your most beloved world, which you call Zero. Now, when you are dispatched in battle, you will always come back to this place, the den of your former despair from 11 years ago, when you were separated from your friends. I knew it! A separation, I might add, which I caused. Well, there's the confirmation of it right there. Consider this your final defeat at my hands, which are now tied and unable to leave my cold realm. It may warm your heart to learn that I must now defend myself against the hordes of wizards who now have a stationary target to assault, and that perhaps I may not survive the conflagration, but at least I will know that I have dealt with you with finality. But one thing remains. If you are so inclined, you may be able to spare my life should the other wizards of the Order capture me. In fact, you may wish to help, for combined their power is potent indeed, and they might form an alliance to conquer all my other worlds, including some you have visited, perhaps even Zero. What a stupid name that is. It's not called Zero, it's called Zero World. Maybe that's even stupider, I don't know. All you would need to do is to return to the world of the high plateau over the abandoned city, which was mine by right, and reconstitute my portal. I go now to battle, so I must needs end the message here. Well. And he didn't sign it. He didn't sign it. Well, let's see what we got. Maybe I could get out of here. Maybe I could get out of here. And got some dirt. Okay. If I need to pillar across things, I'll do that. Got some cobble. That's good. We're going to need cobble. We're going to need it right now, actually. Let's see. The old world height was 256, and it is apparently now 320. So that's 64. So we need to add 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll need to add some slabs on the top. And we're going to need some... yeah, it should be enough. Okay, well, we got really crappy stone stuff, but we've got stone stuff. This should go downstairs, really. We got a crappy stone sword. We gotta make more of these things. We got 1 iron pickaxe, and that's it. We have no other iron. We have no iron armor. Oop. All right, we got some oaks. All right, well, we've got some stuff. Charcoal, not coal. Always save the coal for emergencies only. I know this is an emergency, and I have a carved pumpkin for some reason. Didn't even know we had pumpkins in this part of the world. So the terrain of terror was in the Zero world all along. What a thing to find out. I need more cobble so I can make more things here. I need some torches too, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's going to be like the old days again. You want to know what time it is? You got to go outside and look. I'm looking for any clue that might be able to find a way out of the terrain of terror. It's this flat terrain area. I can't see, even though the world is curved, I still can't see very detailed from nearby. So is that lava? Is that a mushroom thing? It's probably lava because it seems to be shining. Is that sand over there? Or dirt? The stairs are different. There's 2 sets of stairs. There's one there and there's one there. And there's the other bridge. And here's the bridge that we had over here. And I've put a gate here. Now back when I was here last time at 256, this is 255, I believe. Well, I can't look it up on F3 because F3 doesn't show coordinates. But this was 255 and this was 256, and you couldn't place anything on here. I see now that is different. Now you can place things here. Where's the sun? All right. But at 256, you can't place anything. What? Oh, because it's... Because obviously this is no longer a limit height of 256. It's 320. Okay, well, we're getting there. We're getting there. I need to build a tower that goes up to 320 height, and that's what we're going to do the rest of this episode. But I gotta have some I gotta have some more trees. Everything is different now. I'm in Terrain of Terror, but things are easier now. I'm getting some more bananas. Don't remind me about my folly with the horse. And the horse vanished anyway. Maybe the horse was there to remind me of something. To warn me that something bad is going to happen. Well, it happened. Thanks a lot for telling me all this. Perhaps I was a little too uncertain of what I was doing. I didn't give the horse a chance to speak for itself and tell me, "Oh, Bekar was that you have a problem with you're going to get, magic stuff happening, a magic horse." It all makes sense. Well, it makes sense now. That's horrible. If I plant another one here, I'm gonna have to make this area flattened out so that we can put. I don't know why I didn't spend time doing that. We had plenty of time. It's more dangerous, yeah. But if I get killed, I just come back here now, right? That was gonna happen anyway. That's what did happen. Well, first of all, I'm going to spell my name properly. Although, I'm going to leave fool. I'm going to leave fool. I am a fool. I am a fool. And I'm going to have to try and look up the date that I was first here. Because that date's going to go on here. In fact, you know what? That's what I'll do right now. Bekar was that. Actually, I don't need my name on here. It's Terrain of Terror. And then I could just put the... They said 11 years ago. That was 25. That was 14. Was it really 2014? Maybe he speaks of generalities. Well, it warms my heart to know that... It warms my heart to know that Morgus is captive and he'll never come back here. So how did he get all this stuff done remotely? I have no idea. Alright, so we got iron ore. We're going to need that iron ore. We really need that iron ore. More than you can possibly know. Oh, wait a minute. I screwed it up. I forgot we didn't need that many. We have to make an iron sword. No armor for me. I have to have an iron sword. Yeah. Well, 21. We need more than that. Well, we need even more than that. And we're going to need more ladders if we're going to go down, if we need to get more iron or something. I say or something because I have absolutely no idea. But we now have enough ladders. Ugh. I have no idea what I'm doing. No idea whatsoever. How much time I got left? Oh, it's the sun's going down. Well, we could start anyway. Should we start here? This would be a good place to put the tower, I guess. It's going to have to be made out of cobble, though. That's fine. Everything has changed. We can build up higher now. I gotta check our water situation. We had a pool over there, so I don't think we have a problem with water. But maybe there's too much chlorine in that pool. I don't know. What has Morgus done to this place? Maybe he's poisoned the water. I'm gonna have to find out. There's only one way I can find out. I'm gonna have to drink it. And if it kills me, well, then I'll just respawn here, right? 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 Well, it's a question of whether I'm going to have any agony. You know, where's all the animals? Shouldn't there be animals? There's mushrooms, but are there animals? Oh, wait a minute. That's it. That's it. Part of the final death trap. He's taken the animals and he moved them over. He teleported them elsewhere in the world, and that's why they've been falling out of the sky. They were all up here at level 255. Well, down there at level 255, 256. That's why they've all been falling out of the sky. Well, now we have the answer. 2, 3. Oop, no, not that one. Can't see the sun, it's gone up behind. Three, 4, 5. It should be this one. It's a bit high. Yeah, no, I could jump. I could jump to get on top of that, but we don't need to do that. We also don't need a light up here either. Just gotta be careful. Okay, let's see here. This is the north, or is that the north? Wait. Sun's setting that way, so that's west. So that's north. But I always thought that it was this way. I always thought that the exit to the Terrain of Terror was this way. Little flowers in there. What is that? I think we're gonna have to go looking for that. I don't know what that is. What is that? Oh wait, is that There's other things it could be other than a base or something. Someone's base. Alright, look in this direction. You can't see any further with zooming in. Yeah. Something there. I'm not sure what that is. It could be... That looks like snow stuff. But that might be sand. It looks weird though. Well, do I want to go that way, find that thing, which... Oh, you know what that could be? That could be a mushroom or something. I don't know what it is. It's just out of range. Can't quite see it. That's the range there. Yeah. And this is east. And this is north. This is not an area with which I am familiar. Oh, and I didn't make a trap door. And so, as I go to bed... I did that. I used to do that. I used to, at the end of the episode, before I went to sleep, I'd stand around the bed and say, have a bit of a soliloquy, having a bit of an aside. All of that is stupid and pointless now. Completely stupid and pointless. Just go to bed. I'm too angry. I'm too angry for what I've been through. He's inconvenienced me at best. Unless he's got another final death trap after this one. I just don't see how I'm gonna get out of here. Because I don't know which way to go. This is supposed to be the way I think. But I can't take the old way out because that led... I should have taken a drink. I should have taken a drink. I need more drink than that. I just emptied a bottle. I got another bottle here. Bottles of water. A bottle of water. Alright. That's south. We know that. That's north. We know that. Oop. That's a tree. We went this way. We found stuff. I don't remember if I went this way or this way to where there was a witch hut. And from there I went down and I fell, but I was safe. But it was complete darkness and I was surrounded by creatures and I just started fighting. A berserker rage fell over me, and when I woke up I was in beta 173, and Terrain of Terror was now going to be about cubic chunks. And after that I spent time in the cubic chunks worlds, which eventually became Mental Block Z. I got to be reunited with friends, but they were different friends. You know, Mindcrack, not Mindcrack, but Mindcrack. and Taco Redneck and Kiro and a few others, even Bartix, who is now no longer known as Bartix. But back then, the person was. And so on. All sorts of people would show up, and it was fun to watch them do things. And I believe... And then we have Uvmo showed up, and Uvmo was a great help. Everybody was a great help. We lived in all sorts of weird places and did all sorts of... Why is this like this? I don't know what Morgus did all this for. No, there's no clue to anything. Things are just things, and that's what they are. Should have another place to put the charcoal, I think. Also, I should put all the extra food... Well, no, this is for the food that has a... Okay, we got a water bucket, but we can't drink a water bucket. So we need to see if we can... If we've got any sand. No, we don't have any sand. There's more food. No sand. Can we get sand? We got gravel. We're going to have to walk around up there. But first, let's finish building this. Let's see if there's a way to go up at the same time. I need to get some sand. And that's going to be complicated, but... Looks like there might be some sand over there, unless that's just dirt. If it's dirt, it's because the LODs don't render properly. So when we have green, it's trees, I think. Whoops. Why? Why isn't it... If I made this out of glass, I could have seen everything as I was going up and down, but that's no good. I have to have a tentative look as to where I could go and what I can do. Also, unlike in Terrain of Terror, I don't have coordinates. Well, I don't remember if I had coordinates in Terrain of Terror, but I certainly don't have them now. And I don't have... Ow. You gotta be careful about that. Actually, it might be better if we had that up one higher, so we could get out easier. Come on. Yeah, see, I told you it's gonna be difficult. One of my few torches that I'm going to have. Oh! Well. It's the 2-hour mark. It's about time to stop, but I'm gonna go looking around. Because this is important. This is life or death. If I fall, it'll definitely be death. Well, maybe I might survive, but then what do I do? I've only got 40 with me, 40 cobble to pillar back up. It'd be a shame to despoil these primitive wastes. The reason why I was scared back in the old days to go around walking around on here was because creatures that walked up to the 256 level would be standing on it, but they would be invisible. And this continued even into Mental Block Season 4. Season 6. Mental Block Season 6, which was after I got back. The time is out of joint. It wasn't a straight progression from one map to the other. Yeah, well, I could get back up here. That's not a problem. I'm not here for the purpose of going down there right now. But I could do that. I could set up some stairs and stuff in the future. We'll be building a lot of stairs in future. Probably they had trees build here, but the trees wouldn't build so that happened. Well, that's possible, but it looks weird. Maybe it was something else. Okay, there's this. I may need to light that up. Well, there's that. That'll help light the place up. Maybe that's why Morgus built that there. He had a reason for building that. Maybe that's maybe that was part of his magical thing. Maybe I have to defeat it or destroy it. I know what those are. Those are those cyan-colored flowers. Oh, this is just gorgeous. Does this just keep going and going and going? So this looks like it's a possibility. If I go this way, I might find the way out. But I want to find the witch hut if it's still here. I suspect Morgus might have destroyed the witch hut. The world was such a different place back in 2014. I didn't know it was the world. I didn't know it was Zero World. You know, I don't see any witch huts. It's somewhat disheartening to not see any, and to see no animals anywhere either. Maybe there's animals, but if there aren't, they were all teleported, falling out of the sky, and one of them was a tiny horse. But before he could tell me the warning, he disappeared. Man, a lot has happened today, and it's only been 2 hours. No animals. It's so quiet. It's so chewy. This bread tastes different. See, there's pumpkins. Now, are they pumpkins that have been carved, or are they new pumpkins that have not been carved? There's a question. I hate to see if there was a real creeper that made that hole. That's a big hole. Probably wasn't a creeper. More mysterious, but not that mysterious, yellow flowers. They won't be able to save my life. What's in this direction? Just looks like more terrain of terror. Everywhere you go. More flatlands at the top. But at least the flatlands are not as terrifying. Creatures are not going to show up out of nowhere. Excuse me. Creatures are not going to show up out of nowhere. I need some sand. That's the important thing. We must have some sand. That's interesting. Usually when you see something like that, it usually means that there's some kind of limitation, like maybe to a region, and the one region or chunk or whatever, it's a chunk or region boundary, but there's no evidence that that's happening anywhere else. Maybe something was struck by lightning and caught fire? And here we get into why it's the terrain of terror. There are a lot of shadows. A lot of floating islands. We're on a floating island right now, I think. Magic power that kept this place in its place. I wonder if there's any villages anywhere. And if there are any villages, can we find them? Are there people in them? I can't tell what time it is based on a clock. I only have to look at the sun. Alright, here's the other bridge. I built this bridge a long, long time ago, and I don't even remember why. This song keeps going through my mind. I'm running across the tracks. What's funny about that song was, I think that song might not have existed when I was here last time. Pink. That wouldn't be pigs. What could that be? Well, it could be pink. You suppose that's a village? It's too high up to be a village, perhaps? Pink. Can't go down there. I'd have to go around somewhere. I hope that I do not become embroiled, and that's not the right word, enthralled and scared by the terrain of terror, because I've been through enough lately. If I could find the witch hut, then maybe something may come of it. And then maybe not. See, there's those cyan flowers. I forgot what they're called. Bluets or something. Oh, we're going to get to see one over here. Blue orchid. Yeah, now this swimming pool looks like it's got chlorine in it. I don't have a bottle that I can put the water in and then taste it. But I'm sure that it might be possible. Well, at least we have creatures spawning. That's something. Hi. So there were chickens here. Because that's an egg. He's carrying an egg. Wait, there's a chicken right there. Here's one thing we don't have. We don't have a light level overlay. Oh, I've been here. It's a different kind of chicken. It's a blue egg. What kind of magical mirth is this? Blue eggs from chickens. What's next? Yeah, I tried everything I could to light that place up. Morgus didn't care about any of that. He didn't fix anything. He just left it as is and said, he'll figure it out. Yeah, well, this is what you get for being a bad guy. I gotta flatten out some of this area. That's the stuff I didn't do back in those days. Get more trees. I need more trees. All right. A blue egg. Really, a blue egg? The reason why I was stuck here for months was because I had to plant only oak trees. It was murder. But there's a magical way around this. You just have to come up with a tree that isn't available in this area. There's just oak trees in this area, and I think, though, that we might be able to look eventually and find... Might be able to find some birch trees. Weren't there birch trees in this direction somewhere? Well, I'm just asking. The sameness of it all is the sameness of it all is the problem. Disheartening, that's the word I was looking for. But I think that there's magic in if we could use a different type of wood or something. I think we're trapped here for the nonce until we could find some trace of something somewhere that indicates which way we could go. North, south, west, east. I always thought south was the right answer. I remember I came over here and I looked over the edge and I thought I saw an arrow. Of course, you look at it now, I don't see an arrow. Do you see an arrow? There's no arrow. Why do I remember seeing an arrow in the ground? I'm going to have to look at those episodes again. Whoa. Oh, you do not want to fall down there. That's not a pool of water. That's a splash of water. Wait! It's a sheep. If I could get down to that sheep, then I can have a travel bed. And if I can have a travel bed, I might be able to find a way back home a little easier. So we still have animals. Albeit not very many of them. We had chickens and now we have sheep. Life might be able to be lived after all. Alright. Mouse problems. Whoops. Gonna head over this way because from here maybe we can that witch hut, where was it? And is it still there? More pumpkins. I thought the witch hut had been this way, but it might have been the other way. But I didn't see it that way, so maybe it's over here. That was funny. There's that song going through my head again. I'm running across the tracks. Was it this way? There it is! It's the witch hut! It looks different, though. Like it's against that? How do I get up there? Is it the same witch hut, or is there like a different one? Worse, could there be a witch in there? That's not sunset, because the sun doesn't follow the strange curvature of... The sun is peeking through the chunks that do not load in the sky. The chunks have a certain distance in the sky, and the sun cuts through them because you can't see them because they're too far away. Something like that. The tall witch hut on stilts. I remember that. I remember getting down there, though. Don't ask me to get down there now, but we gotta get down there. We gotta get there. We gotta see what's going on. Well, I guess that's bound to happen. At least I've got the food to heal up. We have to only look at it for a short minute. Okay, so there's the... You know, I should have taken more ladders. That would have made sense. It looks like it's in a different position than it was, though. But I remember I went this way, and this is when I went crazy. And then I, like, jumped off the edge... And there were creatures all over the place. And I went into a berserker mode. And that's all that I remember. Well, I'm not going to do that again. My mind is a little bit more well than it was back then in 2014. I was having serious problems back then. Oh, the old slow stone shovels. Ugh. Ugh. No. Well, I'm resolved to get home. I'm resolved to find out how to get home. We're in the right world, but the wrong... We're in the right world, in the right dimension, but the wrong everything else. We gotta find a way to get back. Maybe I could tunnel or something, but I don't know where I am. The coordinates... See, look at it. There's no coordinates, so we have no way of looking up the coordinates. So if I want sand, I'd have to go there. I thought there might have been some sand over here, but oh wait, there is something. Whatever that is. Nope. Meaningless, impossible to figure out. But there were sheep. Did Morgus leave any more clues? No, he's just saying that he might get killed fighting all those other wizards. He's powerful enough, though. He'll live on his own. You know he'll make it. He'll probably make it. I mean, he knows that he could be captured, and so he must have traps for them. But maybe they're smart enough to know about the traps. Never mind. He didn't leave any other books for me to read while I'm here. Resolved. We have to become better people as humans. You know, there have been a lot of bad things lately. The world has been a bad place. And who knows how long we have left in our lives. But what we do have is we have a desire. We have a desire to do the right thing. And we have a desire to struggle and to... Well, maybe we don't have a desire to struggle, but we know we have to struggle. We have to struggle. We have to make it. We have to make it back to where we were back in the days of yore and mine. And we have to... seek companionship and friendship. And we have to know that when we have had it, when we lose it, that we know that we have had it and we were very lucky as people. That we got to have somebody to be with. And now I have to be alone in this place. For who knows how long. For Zero has once again become the terrain of terror. And I unfortunately must be a part of it. Against my will, perhaps. But it is what happens. You know, it was part of what was done to fight against the man. He may be a wizard, but he was also a man. He's still alive, probably. But we'll see what happens to him. I just want to thank everybody for watching. It's been a wonderful day. And a wonderful, crazy day. Magic horses and cryptic warnings and mysterious, strange things that will have to be investigated when we get back. And it's all too much right now to think of. But rest assured, there will be more. There will be more. There will be more. There must be more. Or else it is all over too soon. I may not rest now. The bed is too far away. I could sleep only at night or during thunderstorms. Such messages as we must live our lives by. Why isn't it nighttime yet? What's going on here? Looks like nighttime. Sun is still out. There's still tiny little bits of the sun is peeking through the world a little bit. And, well, I mean, if they're spawning... If raiders are spawning, then there must be a Lost Ark. I don't think I can face them. I don't have armor. I'll just get killed. Ah! Good night. See you next time.